Hey?
Shawty, get down. Oh, sorry. Can I do it?
Sure.
Hey there, Sweller Dellers. Welcome back to the Pine Cellar Podcast.
Sweller?
The Sweller.
Like we're swollen?
Oh, what's up, Cellar Dwellers? Welcome back to the Pine Cellar Podcast.
Today we're your hosts, Sam Marie.
And Brian Campbell.
Today we're here with Brian, my
ex-fiance.
Ex-fiance, ex-boyfriend, current husband. And he's here today because Gia is doing some really, really cool things, and she's just a busy gal.
It's a secret, but she's doing some cool shit.
Yeah, she's just...
And I hope the thing that she's getting prepared to do on Wednesday is what happens.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm excited for her.
Because I want her to...
Inside voice.
Okay.
Inside voice.
I want her to follow something I did, but I think it would be way cooler to go do that. Like, looking back, if I could have got to do that, it would be sick.
Yeah. Having a younger sibling, do you want them to follow in your footsteps?
I want them to exceed my footsteps.
Oh, okay.
Like blow them out of the water.
Absolutely.
So that's why I want her to get the one that she's about to do bad. Yeah.
Okay. Good. Yeah. But she's basically doing some really cool shit.
Yeah.
And if you guys haven't seen it already, look at her Instagram media, Gia, because she be taking a lot of pictures.
She be on that BS. She be on it.
Oh.
That's a compliment. And that's what the young kids say. That's FYE. F-Y-E.
Ick.
What do you think are some other terms that the young kids are saying that we're not familiar with? Have you heard any recently?
No.
Okay, next. Whatever's next in this conversation, let's go to it.
So, what have you been up to?
Oh, here we go. You literally live with me, so you know exactly what I've been doing.
But it's a podcast. It's a conversation. Fucking update the people, Brian.
Let's see. I woke up.
Brian acts like he's never been on a podcast before. Every time he comes on the Pine Cellar Podcast, he acts like he's never done this. He's been doing it for
3 years. I'm your guest, though. So
but I asked you a question and you didn't answer it.
No, what I've been up to, back and forth from North Carolina. Work's going really well. Pine Room is grinding, growing, thriving, generating new streams of everything. This little guy, Qbert, has been hanging out with us a lot. We're doing some renovations around the house, a.k.a. fixing a bed frame. So that has to count.
A bed frame that we broke?
Yeah, so that's a renovation.
That sounded crazy.
Getting ready to go to Texas again for work. You and I are working on something that's a secret that's possibly coming in the fall, and I can't wait to announce that.
Do you want to address how the bed frame broke?
No, it's a secret for the people.
Okay, we'll keep you on your toes with
that.
No,
here's how it broke. So the downstairs flooded in our home, and I was away, so I didn't have any control of this situation, but 3 or 4 of the most people I trust the most did have control of the situation. Sami, my dad, Gia. I don't know if Trace was over there or not. But anyway, it flooded down there. They had to move the bed frame.
No, Trace. I don't think Trace showed up to the rescue.
Okay, yeah, he must have been busy that day. Well, I say that because I just asked Trace to help me do something when I was staring at him, and he wasn't busy. And his response to me was, "Sorry, I'm busy that day." And I asked him to do something 5 minutes from that time. Anyway, flooded. They moved the bed frame. The little things that are underneath the bed frame that stabilize it up fell, and we were too lazy to go down there and fix them. So we were sleeping
on a broken bed for a couple days.
The back right corner of the bed, where our heads were like lower than our feet. So anyway, we didn't fix it. I get up. I'm getting ready one morning. Sammy's awake, playing on her phone, and I go to knee on the bed, and the whole thing just crunches down.
While I'm in the bed, he goes, "Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Are you okay?"
So the bed frame broke, and then we had to move the bed out to our little, what's that area called?
I don't know, like a little
atrium,
I guess. Like we just have like a little extra side piece to our room.
Yeah, it's like a little area. It's big enough to fit a bed and a dresser and some other stuff. So that's where we put our bed. Like, we just scooched it into this little room, and we've been, Sammy's literally been yelling at me since we got in here about how to talk into this microphone.
It's just really loud.
No, those headsets are just loud.
No, because I'm watching the things.
Is this better from this far away?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now we've been sleeping.
Now you're screaming again.
So now we've been sleeping in this little room outside of our room.
Quit moving it closer.
Dude, I'm a peacock. You gotta let me fly. You gotta let me fly.
When Brian gets on the Cellar Podcast, he behaves like a different human being.
I'm literally being myself.
No, you're not.
This is literally
You're putting on a performance.
No. How's the viscosity of your drink?
Good. Thanks for asking.
That's a new word I learned. I wanted to make sure I keep using it so I remember it.
Anyways, to give context to... Did you have a hard day?
Yes, dude. All I need is a little drink, and here's my drink.
What are you drinking?
What's the blue drink you guys used to drink in high school?
UV Blue.
This is UV Blue.
No, it's electrolyte brand from Target that I get. It's RHYS. I don't know if it's like rice or Reese or Rise, but it's...
Or Roland.
No.
Or Ayland.
No.
Or Manon. Sorry.
But it's blue flavored, and that's my favorite flavor is blue. So I got them. And then I'm drinking raspberry rose poppy. If you wanted to ask what I was drinking.
No, because I got it for you earlier.
But to give context to the basement flooding, Brian was away for a work trip, and I was at work all day. I got a call from Gia, who had just gotten back from class or work or the gym or something, and she goes, Sammy, I think something's leaking.
And it was like the fridge at first, right?
And she was like, yeah. And she was like, I think it's the fridge. It's not that bad right now. And I'm like, Gia, honestly, I'm working. I don't really know how to handle this situation. Call your dad back. And so she called her dad, and it wasn't too big of a deal, and he wasn't rushing. Come to find out a little bit later, it was leaking a bit more than what had originally been recognized. It was leaking through the first floor where the fridge is down into the basement because some sort of valve or pipe to the fridge burst. And so when Gia realizes that, she calls me and her dad again. It's like, it's more serious than I thought.
Yeah, that's a big issue.
But I mean, thank God Gia was home, because like if Gia wasn't home, it wouldn't have been seen until like 5 or 6 o'clock that night.
Where was it flooding from? In our laundry room?
It was flooding through the fridge, through the floor where the fridge is,
Into the laundry room.
into the laundry room, and into the laundry room, but it started seeping into
That little atrium room.
Yes.
Wow. Then you guys grinded for like 5 hours straight.
Well, so Gia finally gets her dad there, and they're trying to find like the main valve to shut it off, and they do. But by the time that happens, and then I get to the house, like it's flooded.
Who fixed the leak?
Your dad.
How did he do it? Did he just go behind the fridge?
Well, it's not officially fixed. That valve is just shut off.
Oh, it's for the fridge.
Yes.
Which creates the water and the ice so that we don't even use it.
Yes. Yeah.
So that's why we can shut it off.
Yes.
Wonder if that's why the water's been so gross.
No. No, they're not. They're
Sorry
not correlated.
to keep interrupting you. This is your show and I'm speaking.
Well, you're my guest. Well, but think of yourself as more of a co-host today than a guest.
Okay. Sweet.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, I'm back now. I like that mentality.
Okay. But so they they got it shut off. It's still shut off. We haven't addressed the main issue. It's just off.
Yeah.
But yeah, so then it's just 2 girls, me and Gia. And God bless Gia. If Gia hadn't been there, I mean, like, because we had already gotten like some bad news, and then this happened, and so it was really tough couple days. If Gia hadn't been there, I would have just forgotten. I would have got a hotel room.
Yeah, literally.
It was just like, so it was too much, but Gia's like, okay, we'll go to Lowe's. Let's go get the carpet cleaner so we could suck up all the water.
Yes.
And so Gia and I were just doing that for hours and hours and hours. But yeah, we managed it. But the thing is we had to move just 2 girls again. We're just 2 girls. And we had to move everything out from the basement and the laundry room upstairs in the other room into the garage, wherever it would go. And like, this is a big storage area, so there's a lot of shit back there.
Yeah, there was.
And so we're moving all that, and then we get the carpet cleaners, and anybody who's used a carpet cleaner, like, it it's a slow moving process. You have to like, and you pull it back really slowly. And so it's just very monotonous. And then we had to dump the collected water every like 15 minutes. But we managed, and I'm so grateful for Gia, and I'm so grateful it was just the pipe to the fridge.
Yeah.
Because if it was the pipe to something else, it would have been a million times worse.
Yeah, that's big trouble. Another thing, thank goodness Gia was there, is when we were moving out of Greenville and coming north. Dude.
Yeah.
She put in some elbow grease
Yeah.
cleaning. You guys cleaned for like 8 hours straight.
Yeah, we work good as a team. Because she operates the same way kind of as you, is like if you ask for help and give instructions, like Brian and Gia will get it done.
Just we need the instruction. You gotta just tell us what to do. That's why I think if you and I are ever on a game show, okay, I'm just gonna shut my mouth and you have to let me speak when I think something will help, but you have to be the leader. Like, you gotta bark the orders. And I'll go,
well, hopefully I know how to play the game.
well, I'm sure they'll explain to us. We're not going to just go on a game show and not know what game show we're going on. Like, we'll know how to play the game.
Yeah.
But you got to take the charge, and I'll get it done.
Yeah. Okay. You're like the workhorse.
Yeah, I'm the workhorse. But
You're the horsepower.
I'm the horsepower. But something else you and I have figured out recently.
We're like Pinky in the Brain.
What is that?
Oh, it's okay. It's an old cartoon.
Here's the thing you and I have figured out recently. I may have some really good ideas with things. I have no idea how to get them done, but you do.
Yeah, yeah.
So like on a game show, it's kind of the opposite. Like you bark, I go. When it comes to the other things, like I'll bark, you go.
Okay, yeah.
Are we lit?
Yeah. We're lit. We have a plan.
So if we're on a game show, what's the plan?
I bark.
And I'll go. I hope we get on a game show, dude. That'd be so fun. I don't know what type
I thought you were going to ignore the fact that I barked.
Nah, come on, dog. I got you. There's got to be a game show that we could get on, though.
Yeah.
Could you imagine the
I get scared of... Okay, sorry.
No, I love when you interrupt me.
Well, actually, I started saying that first, and then you went, and then I went. So you actually interrupted me first.
I'm actually being serious about you interrupting me, though. Like when you have to talk, I'd like to listen. So it's a good thing. So go ahead.
Sometimes I get scared of like certain types of competition because I don't like knowing that we're all working against each other, and that like people's feelings could get hurt.
Oh, come on. Like what type of competition?
I don't know, just like anything. Like I don't like working against people, and like we all are in the room and we know we're working against each other. And
that's the best.
Yeah, I don't know. It makes
like, don't you want to win?
I think it's like a thing of empathy is like I'll look at other teams and I'm just like, oh, I feel bad. Like, especially if I'm like, oh, I'm eating down at this, like I feel bad.
Yeah, but that's the best. Like there's nothing better than that, than winning first or just smoking someone in something.
Yeah, my brain just doesn't operate the same way.
Well, that's what I was going to tell you. Like, can you imagine if we were on Survivor together, but we acted like we didn't know each other? The damage we could do.
Yeah, I think if I locked in enough, but again, I would still like somebody would ask me for help, and like
I know,
and they wouldn't be on our team, and I'd be like, okay.
Yeah, you literally would.
Like, there's just no way I would say no.
Oh gosh.
We'd have all the underdogs on our team.
Yeah, then there'd be like on standing across from us in a physical competition. It would be like 6'1", 6'5", 5'10", 5'10", 6'2", and then you'd look over here. It'd be 6'3", 5'2", 5'2", 5'4", 5'5", and maybe one like 4'8".
Wait, did you just call me an underdog?
Yeah, dog, you made it out the mud. You're a legit underdog.
Oh.
Have been, always will be.
Oh. Is that a good thing?
Yes.
Oh.
As long as you cleaned your shoes.
Clean my shoes?
Yeah, like you made it out the mud. Like you're out now. Just buy some new shoes.
Oh, okay. Well, actually, I've had the same Birkenstock since 2016.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
Another thing to discuss.
The fur ball?
Fur ball.
Okay, what were you going to say?
I was going to say White Lotus.
Should we do that first or should we do Thor first?
We could do Thor first. So we have an orange cat. His name is Thor. He is my firstborn baby. Well, he's actually technically the youngest in age, but he's the first one that I got. He has been my best friend since 2019. He went to PA school with me, so he's
a PA.
Basically a PA. He did not get his license, however, because he just didn't feel the need to practice after PA school.
Lazy.
Him and his sister Jack, another cat of mine, my second born. She is the second born and truly the middle child in age,
which is craziest.
And she's just a girl. But so when I used to live in Savannah, we had a fenced in yard, and like I would go study outside, and I'd bring both my cats outside and let them roam, and like they'd have flea and tick collars on, and I'd be out there the whole time with them, blah blah blah. So they like to go outside, but like in a controlled environment. The other day I let Q out. I'm pretty confident it was me who did it, but I let Q out and it was really dark and I had the door cracked, which I do a lot, but normally I have my foot blocking it so the cats can't get out. But I don't know, it was dark and I was tired. I'm guessing he slipped past my defenses. And then I let Q back in. I shut the door and locked and went to bed. I think when Thor went outside, he didn't know, like he wasn't anticipating I would just shut the door, because normally if they do slip past my defenses, I see it happen. I'll stand outside with them for like another minute so they can like roam around for a bit, and then I'll bring them back in. So that's probably what Thor had been anticipating. Unfortunately, I was really tired. I shut the door, locked him out. I go to sleep. Gia's been asleep for the last hour already, actually, because she has class in the morning. Brian is out at the casino for a friend's birthday.
11:45. I get home.
So when I let Q, or when I laid down in bed, it was like 10:45 probably. So we're at hour 1 now.
So I lay down. Our motion sensor is going off outside, saying like, "Hey, like somebody's out there walking." So I just look at it and it stays on for a while. I don't think anything of it. It goes off and immediately comes right back on. I was like, oh, there's a bunch of little kids out there running around. Like we live in a little neighborhood. So I go up there just to kind of see what everyone's doing. And there's nobody running around. And then it comes on again. So I was like, oh, it's an animal. I go back downstairs and I hear Thor scream. Like you could hear the loudest meow. That's usually how they meow when they're stuck behind a door. So I go up there. All the doors are open. I don't hear him meow anymore. So I was like, oh, okay, one of these doors, he figured out it's open and he's not meowing. So I go to lay down. I'm in bed about 12:30, 12:45. I fall asleep. I get up.
I don't wake up till the morning when Thor's found. So yes. I'm not a part of this anymore.
I wake up at about 8:30, 8:40, and I leave for the day. And I'm gone. And then pick up where Gia says.
Okay, and then I wake up and I'm scrolling through TikTok. And then I'm kind of like in and out of sleep. And then all of a sudden I hear a really, really loud meow. And I hear Gia go, Sammy, or she's like, Sammy, are you down there? She says something. And then I start coming upstairs and she's like, I just found Thor outside. We have these 2 really long windows, like floor length windows on our back doors. And Thor, we normally leave it cracked enough. What's it called? The blinds. We leave the blinds to those doors cracked enough at nighttime that the cats can sit there and look out. So it was like that. And she said she just thought Thor looking in between that crack, looking back at her. And so she let him in. So
unbelievable.
He'd been outside all night.
What time did you let Q out?
The night before.
Yeah, like what time?
Probably I laid down at 10:45, so like 10:40.
So yeah, Thor was almost outside for a full 12 hours.
Yeah.
He worked double time, overtime.
Yeah, we don't know what he got up to, but Jack is like the sweetest, chillest, cuddliest little girl. She was mad at him when he came in. She took her paw and looked at him and like turned her head a little bit, and she just jab with her right hook real quick, and Thor just like looked back at her because he just like took it, because I don't know what conversation they were having. I don't know if she was mad that he went without her, or I don't know if she was mad like she was like, I was worried about you sick all last night.
She was worried about him.
And now that I think about it, I do think Jack woke me up at around 2 that night, and she was just like headbutting me. But sometimes she does that when she was cuddling, but I don't know if she was doing that to get my attention maybe, or
to get Thor back inside.
But yeah, she was mad at him. She followed him around the house for like the next 2 hours, like just like eyeing him up, mean mugging him. She hit him a couple more times, and then they forgave each other.
She never hits him.
No. She's like just like a little angel baby. I don't know what happened. I feel like it had to be either she was jealous she didn't get to go with him on this grand adventure, or she was worried about him. So I'm not
she's
sure.
like, she's Thor's mother pretty much.
No, she's just his older sister.
And then Thor slept so much the following day, so he's definitely awake the whole night, like scared.
Yeah, well, because we know he had to be circling the house trying to figure out how to get back inside, because the motion sensor light went off so many times. And Gia brought this up, but it's so funny because when Brian looked around the house, Thor must have been looking at him through like
one of the
that window, like thinking, this motherfucker's not letting me back in the house.
I didn't see him, or I would have let the little guy in. Poor dude. I doubt he ever tries to run outside again, though.
No, he was looking at the outside the door the next day.
Yeah. Uh-oh, he's hunting something now.
Yeah. But we're also watching White Lotus right now.
We'll be watching again tonight.
Yeah, we're major White Lotus fans. I watched season 1 and 2 twice in 2023. Because I watched it with my dad, and then I was like, Brian, you gotta watch this show. So I binge watched the next 2 seasons again with him, and then I didn't even know the 3rd season was coming out, and then we just started watching it. But we're up to date on it, so we gotta watch the newest episode tonight.
Do you have favorite characters right now?
Well,
you like Belinda every time she comes on the screen.
Yeah, always rooting for Belinda. I do worry, though, because spoiler alert now for anybody who has not seen any of the White Lotus seasons and would like to watch them and does not want anything spoiled. But I'm going to go ahead with those. In the 2nd season, the one returning character from the 1st season is who kicked the can.
Uh-oh.
So I'm worried because Belinda is the main, other than him, she is the main return.
Or Greg Hunt, sorry, Greg.
Yeah. She is the main returning character from a previous season on this season. So I'm worried that may indicate she's going to go down like Coolidge, and I'm really worried about that. But I love her. I like
Mook and Gay Talk.
Yeah, I love them. I love the character Parker Posey plays. I just think she's so funny.
Is that Parker Posey's the mom? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's Piper's mom.
Piper, no. Buddhism.
It's unbelievable.
Give us your impression.
Piper, you can't go and join them.
I just don't think at this age I am meant to work hard.
She says, Piper, your dad's just jet lagged.
Honey, just take a lorazepam. They're not even addictive.
She is hilarious.
Yeah.
Whoever produces White Lotus or gets
Mike,
the casting.
or the director or something, his name is Mike White.
Dude, the characters are perfect. I've never watched a show where it's like it's so like perfect for everything they do. Like the casting, yeah. I'm following you. Yeah, like it feels as every single character fits it perfect.
Yeah.
Especially with the whole North Carolina family, like Saxon, and I forget his younger brother's name, the younger brother, and then Piper, and then just like Greg Hunt and his younger girlfriend, Belinda.
Oh, I love
which one?
The girl that's in the they're like in the relationship that's like a bit suspicious.
Oh yeah, with Greg?
No.
Rick and what is her name? Chelsea.
Amy
Lou Wood.
I love, and that actress is in another show that I love, Sex Education. But so it's just fun to see her like in something else now.
I just saw one of her interviews. I don't know what show she is. Is she British? Mm-hmm. She was in interview over there, I think, and she was talking about all the oral surgeons that like comment on all her stuff about is what's wrong with her teeth, but then all of them are always like, but please don't change them.
Yeah.
Like that is so like, because I guess what's wrong, there's not actually anything wrong with her teeth. That's just how they came in. But her teeth.
Oh yeah. Definitely keep her teeth. She's gorgeous. I don't. Everybody like with veneers and everybody's teeth looks exactly the same. Like, I don't know. Just be yourself.
That's what like I kind of like. They fit her.
Yeah, I think she looks beautiful. I wouldn't change them.
What do you think? What do you think Rick's gonna do in? Where did he go? Taiwan? No, he had to go to Bangkok.
Yeah. Nothing good.
I trust him that he's going to make the right. There's a scene. I'm not spoiling it. If you haven't seen the 3rd season of White Lotus, there's a scene I just saw. I don't get uncomfortable very often. I got uncomfortable watching Midsummer. That scene, you know what scene I'm talking about, where I was like,
at dinner?
Yeah, at dinner.
Oh, yeah.
I felt like I was watching a completely different show. And I know why White Lotus did it, because they can make you feel so many different types of ways.
Yeah. I like that White Lotus makes you feel uncomfortable.
Yes.
Like, and I'm not necessarily like, I don't love any of our characters. Like, they're all very flawed, but I don't think the point is to, I think the point is to point out some things in society and kind of like make fun at them and,
White Lotus,
like open up people's eyes to it. Like, this is what you look like, you know?
Yeah. I've never seen a show where I can't look away. Game of Thrones was like that a little bit. I mean, it was a lot like that. Breaking Bad was a lot like that. Money Heist. But White Lotus, I've never seen a comedic show like this.
Yeah. And I find it interesting that everybody I have told to watch it and who has watched it, nobody has disliked it. Everybody's been like enthralled by it, and it's so interesting because it's more so a character study than it is a plot driven TV show. Like, Game of Thrones is plot driven. Like, there's an end goal, we know what it's gonna be, we know what all these characters are going towards. There's not really like, we know that the first scene gives you something exciting to keep you hooked, like why did it happen, but then
that's not even like the most like
and it gets forgotten about really quickly. And I know we're going to come back around to it, but it's still not, it's really a character study. Like, we're watching these people, their dynamics together, and just learning about people. And it's just so interesting that I think collectively people can really get into this, like, just this character driven.
You said, when you told me to watch it and you'd already seen season 1 and season 2, you explained it perfectly that there's nothing happening.
But so much is happening.
But there's so much happening, and it's so true.
It's like boring, but it's so exciting.
And your jaws just drop. Your jaws on the floor like every second of the episode.
Yeah.
You seriously can't take your eyes off the television screen. It's so good. You've been locked into March Madness a little bit.
Oh.
You had fun watching the Central State Championship too.
Well, I like sports for me. The thing is I like it's hard for me to watch a game on TV and be involved because I like an emotional connection. And so to watch a game on TV, like, I'm just a little bit bored because I don't feel like I have somebody to root for.
But you
like,
do enjoy being in person, no matter the sport.
Most of the time. But the thing that was exciting about Central is like Mrs. Sancombe was our principal, and there's 2 of her sons are playing on the same team in the state championship, and your cousin Nico's on the team. And so, like, I understand the dynamic, and like, again, I just really think how cool it is as brothers to like be winning on the same team. Like, I can't imagine that happens. I mean, I'm not well versed in the sports community, but I can't imagine that happens very often.
No.
So it's like the same thing with like Travis and Jason Kelsey. Like, I'm interested in their games because like there's family there,
and
like
family dynamics really cool. And then how about that picture of Chase, Eli, and Luke?
Yeah. There was a picture of like 2 of the Okay, so Eli and Luke, who are like, what are they, starters?
Yeah. They play a lot of minutes.
They play a lot of minutes in the Central's basketball games. But they used to be like ball boys for the team when Brian's year in 2014 when they won the state championship, and Chase was like the player of our years. And so he's like cutting off the net. And
No, you're crushing it. Listening to you talk, hearing you talk ball is hilarious. Keep going.
And you can see like them as the ball boys. And then this year, obviously, like they went up on the ladder together and cut it.
Yeah, and you made a good point in that picture when Chase is the one cutting it. Eli and Luke are down there, and when I showed you that picture, you laughed and you said, "Wow, you can tell they wanted that."
Yeah, you can, or it just feels like they do. But I love an emotional connection to something. Otherwise, I feel like I have nothing to root for.
Yeah, that's a good point. I want to, like, I love when you're at football games with me, because being at a football game is one of my favorite things. Mm-hmm. And I know you would even enjoy football even more if we had box seats. So
yeah, because then I wouldn't be like chilly or anything.
Exactly.
And like I would probably be close to a bathroom and
drinks and
probably
food.
Like snacks and drinks, and like nobody would look at me weird if I pulled a book out in the box, right?
Exactly. Because there's
or
a lot.
Would they?
No, they wouldn't. I mean, I don't know if you would, because like there's probably some really good football in front of you, but yeah, I don't.
Yeah, actually, when I'm in person, I lock into the game.
Yeah, you do. I saw you lock in at the last WVU basketball game we were at. You locked in at when we were at the football game.
No, I was chit-chatting.
Yeah, but you were locked in.
Are you talking about when we went with
Chad and Haley and Tori and Chase, and you had
you had
the Margs.
Ryan, I wasn't locked in.
Okay, whatever.
I actually didn't see any of the game.
You probably don't even know who was playing.
No, I don't know the other team that was playing. I was in a conversation the entire game, start to finish.
That's okay.
But, I'm just a girl.
Yeah, just a girl.
Anyways,
let's go.
So today's episode is actually going to be called Y'all Ever Been to West Virginia? It's a little throwback to our Y'all Ever Been to Ohio?
Which was an elite episode.
Do
you know what city you're in when you did that? This is a little trivia.
Toledo?
Nope, south of Toledo. I don't know if you're going to know this. Eden, Ohio.
Oh, Eden, Ohio.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we maybe said it in the first time we recorded it.
Mm-hmm.
But we had big technical difficulties that time. But anyways, at the top of it, I put, why don't people remember us frowny face?
That is the craziest thing. And still, it's 2025. Everywhere I go, where are you from? Wheeling, West Virginia, top of West Virginia. It's near Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Oh, really? Like, my son went to Virginia University. Dude.
Yeah.
Or, oh, that's cool. I have family in eastern West Virginia.
Yeah.
Or they say eastern Virginia or southern Virginia. And I'm like, dude, how do you not know that?
How do you not know West Virginia is a state? It's just like North Dakota, South Dakota, North Carolina, South Carolina.
There's not a single state that you would be able to tell us and me get that confused.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a big thing when I was in Savannah, Georgia, was if people asked like what school I went to, like WVU, and like where I lived before, West Virginia, every single time without a doubt. Oh, I know somebody from Virginia. Fantastic. I don't really.
Yeah, that's awesome. I don't. Oh my, it literally just happened to me multiple times when I was traveling.
There's like a few responses to West Virginia that we get. And I'm like a half West Virginia, like I'm a mix of North Carolina and West Virginia, but I claim it now because I like West Virginia.
She's back, baby.
Yeah.
She was gone for a minute, but she's back.
I love Whaling.
I love it too. I'm happy to hear that L word come out of this. Is like a
okay. I don't know about love. Okay. I got ahead of myself.
Nope, you said it.
I love the people.
Okay. That's fine. I'm okay with that.
But it has been really, really cold. And that's hard for me.
It's hard for everybody.
And no, but it's hard for me.
I don't think anybody enjoys it. I don't think there's anybody that says, wow, I can't wait to be freezing out there and no sunlight.
Some people love winter. Some people are like, you live in Florida? I can't believe it. It's so hot down there.
And it being dark by 4 o'clock every day. That is miserable.
So miserable. But yeah, so I claim it these days. 3 responses that I get to West Virginia. And some of them are similar to North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Is number 1, I know somebody from Virginia. 2, people who love like hiking, being outside, nature, love West Virginia. They're like, I've always wanted to go, like Cooper's Rock, blah blah blah, Blackwater Falls,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yep.
There's like all of those things and they love it. So they'll talk about that. But that's people who really like love hiking, rock climbing, that sort of situation. And then 3, it's like, like a bunch of hicks and like dating your cousins. And that's like the 3rd response.
if they look good enough and they're distant. I'm too far. Sorry.
Yeah.
Not funny.
Not funny. I'm scared. Guys, we're not related. Not even a little bit.
No, we're not. We checked on Ancestry.
Yeah, he's from Scotland.
Yeah, Scotland. Sammy's from Canada.
I'm from Canada and Ireland.
But the thing about the number 2 one, about people saying like how they want to be here, are so pretty and stuff. People love to say they love the mountains. Yeah. Like but those are, I didn't write anything down about the top 3 things that people say, but those are the same. And more times.
I didn't write that down either. I just it came to mind.
Yeah. So I'm gonna give you how I respond from all 3 of those because it's seriously.
Okay, so let's role play.
Okay. Yes, I love this.
Okay. Situation 1.
I didn't bring anything to dress up into though.
Okay. Keep your voice down.
Okay. Sorry.
Okay. Tell me where you're from.
Well, you have to introduce yourself.
Oh, hey, I'm Sammy. I thought you were really cute.
Oh,
Will you buy me a drink?
Oh, nice to meet you. What would you like to drink?
Tequila pineapple.
Okay, they don't have that. I'm from West Virginia. How are you?
Oh, I have a cousin from Virginia.
Oh, really? Where do they live?
Virginia Beach.
It was nice to meet you. You have a great day. That's seriously how it goes. Like,
you end it?
No, I don't end it like that abruptly.
Like politely.
But I don't.
Politely.
Yeah, polite. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. I'm not disrespectful back to them when they say I know someone from Virginia or I love Western Virginia. Like,
okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just give it back to them and say like how cool it is. And I ask them what city, because I know a ton of the cities from Virginia. We've traveled through them or played there, or we have someone that lives there. So I can usually extend the conversation one more sentence. Like if they say I'm from Virginia or Roanoke or Virginia Beach or you name it. And then the sentence will end.
Yeah. I go one of 2 ways and it depends. If I'm not confident that if I am not confident that they don't know that West Virginia is a state, I just go, oh, nice, to see how they would respond.
Yeah.
If I'm confident they have no idea West Virginia is a state, and I'll literally be like, West Virginia is a state, right?
I need to start calling people out like that more often because I don't do that enough.
Or I'll be like, well, West Virginia is different than Virginia.
Yeah, I need to start doing that.
Yeah, but I only do it if I'm confident, because sometimes they might be just thinking like, oh, they're kind of close vicinity, even though like PA and Ohio are more close vicinity.
I mean,
but maybe they're just like, I don't know, trying to find like a common ground.
Yeah.
Okay, number 2.
Yeah, the mountains.
Okay. Oh, hey. Where are you from?
What's up, girl? I'm from West Virginia.
I'm scared. I would
What?
leave. I would leave. Oh, that's really cool. I love hiking. I've always wanted to go hiking there.
Now, boom. This is where I might have the most fun with the 3rd one just because I really get people going.
Well, we're not there yet.
I know. But this one, I can tell, like, I usually connect with someone very quickly because I tell them where I'm from in West Virginia and Wheeling, and how we're like a couple hours away from a lot of these things and we've seen a lot of it. So they love that. And like they want to talk about the hills and the mountains. And even though I think that the mountains are bigger in Virginia, in some parts of Virginia and like down into Kentucky, but we're like actually in the mountains in West Virginia. Like we live in them. You're driving.
We're mountain people.
Yeah.
We're valley people.
We're valley people. You're driving through the mountains when you go through Virginia. So when people bring this up, I talk about like whitewater rafting and I talk about getting to go on the hikes. I talk a little bit about Oglebay because I think it's so cool because even you can relate to this. Like when people, I was just in Texas and people saw a deer and they were going nuts. Like the deer situation and getting to people feed
Before
them.
When I grew up in North Carolina, I came up to West Virginia for our family reunion. Oh, I was stoked to see the deer.
Yeah, because
I love the deer. And my grandma used to tell me that there was this deer that was my friend, and she'd be like, "No, it's the same deer that sees you every year, and that's your friend." I was like, "Oh, that's really cool, Grandma."
So that part's fun. Number one is crazy. Number 2 is fun. The number 3 response is ignorant.
Okay. Hey, where are you from?
Oh, I'm born and raised from Wheeling, West Virginia.
Oh, don't they sleep with their cousins there?
Well, I mean, yeah, sometimes. It just really just depends, like, with how close they are.
Oh, wow.
No.
Have you?
No. I do, but seriously, when I do get that response, it's always a joke. Something comes out of my mouth that is like, that makes their jaw drop.
Yeah.
Or makes them like look at me really weird. Because like if they're saying that to somebody from West Virginia, they're definitely saying it like to a lot of other people. So I get them going like just ignorant things usually. Yeah. And then I end it and then we have like a serious conversation. But
and you tell them no, we don't sleep with them.
Yes, I obviously tell them like that's not actually a thing. Like I'm in every state, I'm sure it is somewhere, unfortunately, but that's not actually what we do.
Yeah. Well, I have some fun facts about West Virginia. It is known as the Mountain State, even though I do feel like we're a bit more in the valley than the mountain. Because like once you like when you drive from West Virginia into Virginia and you hit those mountains, my ears popping immediatany.
Dude.
But I mean, I guess you gotta go up a hill to get to West Liberty.
Yeah.
My parents are from Massachusetts, so they're widely known as mass holes for their driving behaviors. And when they were teaching us how to drive, we lived in West Virginia at that point, and they said if you can drive here, you can drive anywhere. Just because like the hills are crazy, shit doesn't make sense. I mean, Pennsylvania I think is a little bit worse, honestly, but we won't speak on that.
You'll do another episode. Have y'all ever been to Pennsylvania?
Yeah.
You can literally talk an hour about the driving and then
it's the second largest coal producer.
I didn't even know that.
Like
that's awesome.
You know, I didn't write down if that's like in America or like worldwide.
Where number one is. I think it is I think it is in the world because I just heard a radio advertisement about they're working to become the number 1 in the world.
Oh, you know what? Hell yeah, West Virginia.
Yeah. Oh, we're back.
Get that shit done.
We're back. And the coal miner uniforms that WV wear are are badass. The black ones.
Do you think you could be a coal miner?
No, they're way tougher than I am.
It's such a scary job.
Yeah, they're way tougher and they're badasses. Yeah,
my dad did it for a little bit, and I just I think it was just because I was immature and like young, and my prefrontal cortex wasn't developed yet, and I just never like thought twice about it. And then people would ask me like, "Aren't you scared?" I'm like, I don't know. He's just going to work.
Yeah.
And then like I grew up and watched movies about like coal mines and like seen videos of like AI like showing like what it would look like down there or like whatever. And I'm like, that shit is terrifying.
Yeah, that stuff's crazy.
Yeah, could never be me.
Yeah. Thank you everybody for your service down there.
100%. It's the 3rd most forested state. So we got trees out here. I
didn't know that either.
Yeah. When I was younger, like, you know how people are like, I thought this was going to be a big problem.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, we thought we were going to like walk into
sand
quicksand.
traps.
Yeah. Like quicksand.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it called a sand trap?
I don't know. It's definitely called quicksand.
But I used to be
in like black holes. Like I thought black holes were gonna be
yeah, like it was just gonna open up.
Like I thought that was gonna be a big problem.
But I mean, obviously, like there's definitely some like climate change and those sort of things, and we won't get into that. But I thought by like the time I was the age I was now, there was gonna be 0 trees left. I was like,
oh yeah, me too.
Yeah, I was like, the rate at which they're cutting down trees
Me
to
too.
build stuff, there's not gonna be any more trees.
Yes.
And then I remember like when we would like go outside of the city, because I grew up in Charlotte, so that's like a city. And like when I'd go outside of that and we like would visit Tennessee, or when we would come and visit West Virginia, I was like, oh, thank God they have trees.
You're right, because when you're in that city, wow, there are no trees, like people's front yards, but that's it.
Yeah, and it feels like when you're learning about like chopping down trees and stuff, and then you go out and there's not that many trees, you're like, oh my God, this is a big issue.
Yeah.
But then I moved to West Virginia. I was like, oh fuck, there's a lot of trees. I was like, I'll live here because there's oxygen here.
Yeah. I saw a crazy stat about like the amount of, this has just to do with the environment and like trees and water and stuff. The available drinking water that we have on this planet that we can consume, humans only drink 1/10 of 1% of it.
Oh. Well, so that's good.
That's great.
So that's like a 0.00?
Yeah, 0.00001, something like that.
Math check us.
The issue is the amount of water it takes to feed our animals. Like all of our cows, our pigs, you name it. I'm guessing our dogs,
cute dog.
Like the amount of water they intake, because there's so much water in their food. And how many animals there are, that's where a ton of our water goes.
That's okay. Q Dog can have all of my water.
Yeah.
I don't even like water.
All right, back to West Virginia, sorry.
And then the first land battle of the American Civil War, Battle of Philippi.
That's where Alderson Broaddus is.
Was in West Virginia, June 3rd, 1861.
Wow, we became a state 2 years later.
Yeah. Yeah. You have any other fun facts other than that we became a state 2 years later? It's okay if you don't.
Fun fact, pepperoni rolls come from us. You got that on there?
No.
That's in correlation with, do you know why?
No.
We made coal miner?
I feel like
pepperoni rolls?
Wait, it has something to do with the coal mine?
Yeah, so the wives, it was so easy just to bake the bread, put the pepperoni and cheese in there, and they would send them down with the coal miners.
You gotta go easy on your S's.
Because it's popping on there?
No, it's like say so.
So?
Oh, just say so like you normally would.
So?
Yeah, just talk normal. Like this is just a conversation.
I'm like actually whispering right now.
Okay.
So just keep whispering?
Yeah, that's actually fine.
Okay, so
we love you at that volume.
Okay, they used to make the dough, put the pepperoni in there, throw the cheese in there, throw them down in the lunch boxes with the coal miners.
Nice. Pierogies come from...
Well, they say it's a Polish dish, but I think it's massive in Pennsylvania, especially
I was going to say, I thought Pennsylvania.
Pittsburgh, yeah. It's a massive... I think there's just a ton of Polish community there, so I think that's where a lot of the pierogies started to originate, but pierogies a top 3 food for me. 3
things I did not have and never heard of until I moved to West Virginia.
Subway.
No. But, well, actually, I did hear of, but I don't think I ever had it until we moved to West Virginia. But 3 things.
Moonshine.
Fuck, maybe I should add those to my list. Moonshine. I mean, I was fucking like 12 when we moved. But pepperoni rolls, taco in a bag, and pierogies. And they're all fantastic foods.
So good.
I'm not massive on pepperoni rolls.
You do like taco in a bag.
I love a taco in a bag. But my issue with pepperoni rolls is when people are heavy on the bread, light on the pepperoni and the
worst,
cheese.
Dude.
You know who makes the best pepperoni rolls?
Can we say it at the same time?
Yeah.
Is it it's a human?
Yeah. 3, 2, 1.
Julie
Mrs. Peroni. Okay, I didn't know her first name. I said Mrs. Peroni.
I just saw her today. We should ask her for some soon.
Yeah, I would
I'd
get
throw
some
an order
from
in.
her.
They're so good. It's the perfect whatever bread she uses is almost like a croissant bread. So it's not that big doughy bread. It's a little croissant. She puts the perfect amount of pepperoni and cheese in it.
Yeah, because nothing.
Too much pepperoni, I don't like that either.
I've never encountered that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I like when the cheese is like so thick, and then it's like.
Okay, you're freaking me out now.
You're almost eating a cheese stick pepperoni.
Okay.
I bet a fried pepperoni is good. And Paula Chapelier makes unbelievable pepperoni rolls.
I don't think I've had hers.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, nothing I hate more than when I bite into a pepperoni roll and the bread is sticking to my teeth because there's so much of it.
And I need to try. I'm hearing these Ann Kale pepperoni rolls are elite too.
Yeah, she makes a good one. I haven't had it since she's been doing her little business, but obviously I had them growing up and they ate down.
Yeah, I need to try those. Also,
speaking of like what people think about West Virginia who are not from West Virginia, I went on Reddit.
Oh, this is going to be awesome.
The most commonly talked about places or recommended places to visit in West Virginia on Reddit is the Northern Panhandle.
Boom.
Charleston.
Boom.
Morgantown.
Boom.
And Lewisburg. I don't really know what's going on in Lewisburg.
That's where our DO school is.
What's DO?
Doctorate of...
but like what's the school called?
Oh, Lewisburg, like something like that.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
I'm looking it up.
I know what a DO is though. I just in the context you threw it out, it didn't click.
Lewisburg Medical School is called West Virginia School of Osteopathic Medicine in Lewisburg, West Virginia. Nice.
But yeah, those are the most commonly mentioned, and people are dying to know what's going on in the Northern Panhandle. There's things on Reddit where they've screenshotted West Virginia and they circle the Northern Panhandle and they're like, what goes on here?
Yeah.
Just because I don't know why people are so fascinated by it, but I mean, West Virginia is a very bizarrely, like the borders are very bizarre. The shape of the state is very bizarre. So I think like they see this little thing wedged in between Pennsylvania and Ohio, and they're like, what the fuck goes on down there? Because like they're probably like, is it more like Ohio? Is it more like Pennsylvania? Like, but people,
you're right.
All on Reddit. It's like, what happens in the Northern Panhandle? Well, that's where we are, baby.
Yeah, literally. I don't know. It says Wheeling has like 24 to 25,000 people. It feels way more than that. And I think it might just be during the work days, or outside of the work days, I guess. I think the reason it's only 24 to 25,000 people, and I need this fact checked, I think you are only allowed to consider yourself being from Wheeling if you're in the city limits. Like that's what is actually where they get their numbers. So even though like we grew up in Mozart and our address is Wheeling, I don't think we get counted. We don't get, and like people that live in Woodsdale or people that live in Bethlehem, they don't get counted. So I think it's
Woodsdale too.
Yeah, it's that area of like downtown Wheeling up into North Park.
They should probably fix that.
Yeah,
right?
Because I bet Wheeling would then have like 40 or 50,000 people.
Yeah,
I think need that fact checked, but that sounds right.
Yeah. I have no idea. But that would be crazy if they're just not counting Bethlehem and Mozart.
Yeah, like we don't get to vote for the Wheeling mayor.
You're right. So there's no way it's counted in population.
No way.
Because that's how voting works.
Yeah.
There's a lot of mythology here. And it basically is just a bunch of different stories that all revolve around something out there in the woods. Like Mothman, the Grafton Monster. Some people call it the Sheep Squatch. And Abaguchi. So basically, those are just 4 different names for some people think there's some sort of Bigfoot thing out there in the woods.
I don't. I should have learned more about it growing up. I don't know much about it, but I believe they're out there, or they were out there at some point.
What do you think its real name is?
I
like Abaguchi.
Yeah. Oh, all 4 of those names are different names for the Mothman.
Well, they're all just stories about there's just something deep out there in the woods.
Yeah, I'm sure there is something out there deep.
If you guys want more information on Mothman, it's kind of like through Ohio, Pennsylvania, and West Virginia. So we talked about it in the Y'all Ever Been to Ohio episode, but so I don't want to repeat too much about it. But there's just a bunch of different like folklore and tales about people believe there's something out there in these woods.
I mean, yeah, like how can you say that it's not out there? Has anyone proved that it's not there?
I guess not.
So sign me up.
To go look for it?
No, not to go look for it, but if the Mothman needs some support to like be accepted by society, I mean, I'll say what's up to the big guy. Like if he's flying around and if he's literally a man that has wings and he's afraid to go sit down and have a nice meal at Sarah's on Main,
he's actually a really nice guy. He's just been shunned by society.
Exactly.
And that's messed up.
I'll help him get a nice meal so people can say hello to him. But now, if he's going to cause chaos, that big guy can stay out in the woods.
Yeah.
But I'll still support him.
Mothman, Abaguchi, Sheep Squatch. If you're really, you're just looking for some friends, some family, some good eating, we'll have you on the podcast.
And get you some good food.
Hell yeah. And then there's like random haunted things like the Moundsville Penitentiary is definitely something West Virginia is known for. It was just like a massive prison. Again, we talked about it in our episode that G and I dressed up like Zach and Cody for Halloween, and we actually went to the penitentiary. So if you want to know more about that, check those out too.
This isn't haunted, but people love. I mean, someone literally just said this to me at work the other day in Pittsburgh. People love driving in here for the Festival of Lights.
Oh, you just did a whole 180.
Yeah, sorry. It popped in my head and I didn't want to forget it. So.
Yeah, no, that's okay. Yeah, people love the Festival of Lights. I don't know really what I mean, it's beautiful.
It is. It's
but
not your cup of tea.
The traffic is like, it messes with, like when I used to live on the island.
The island. Oh my goodness.
Island. When I used to live on the island, it was just like really hard to get to, like, because people would be backed up through like the tunnel trying to get off of that Oakleby exit.
Yeah.
I think people should just spread out like what weekends they want to go.
Yeah.
Like, let's collectively get together and decide.
Yeah, now we're talking.
But it's fun to walk through. I wish they would do more like pop-ups at it though.
Mm-hmm.
Like more tents.
Yeah.
Have tacit coffee there.
Oh.
You know, like
I can't wait for a latte.
Yeah, just like more tents. Something else I wrote too is famous people that are from West Virginia, and then I put other than us, but obviously that's just a joke. But Jennifer Garner's from West Virginia.
Goated.
Did you know that?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Sandra Bullock.
Is she?
I thought.
She didn't come up on my Google search.
Maybe she's not. Sandra Bullock not from West Virginia. Maybe I was thinking of Jennifer Gardner.
Obviously, well, maybe search it. Brad Paisley, we all know that his like grandparents lived in Moundsville, right?
Mm-hmm.
This one I didn't know. Steve Harvey.
I didn't know that either. That's
He's
awesome.
from West Virginia. And Randy Moss. I think he played for the Patriots.
Yep,
right?
I girl. He went to Marshall.
Yeah.
He's from a real little town in West Virginia. Oh, Sandra Bullock's from Arlington.
Virginia? Arlington, Virginia?
Yeah.
Did you just mistake Virginia for West Virginia?
No, I didn't mistake it. I thought she was from West Virginia.
Okay.
She spent most of her childhood.
It sounds like you had a little West Virginia mix up.
She spent most of her childhood in Nuremberg, West Germany.
Say that again?
Nuremberg, West Germany. Her mother, Helga Bullock, was a German opera singer. Her father, John W. Bullock, was an American voice teacher who was born in Alabama of German descent. Y'all ever been to West Virginia?
Y'all ever been? You should. What's your favorite thing about West Virginia?
Family.
Yeah, but like about the state.
The people. I seriously think, like, I've been to a ton of other states and out of the country now. I'm serious. I could go walk on that street, and if I needed like a shirt, I'm getting a shirt from somebody, and they're not even gonna ask twice. And if I need food, like if I'm walking on any of these interstates and someone sees that I'm hungry, they would feed me. I'm a big guy.
6'3" guy that could be Bigfoot.
And when you're from West Virginia with someone else, like you're automatically like, oh, we're from West Virginia together. And it's probably like that for every state, but I think it's a little bit more like that from West Virginia. When you're from the same place, it's so cool just to be like, oh, I'm from. Like when we're in North Carolina or Florida or Georgia and I see someone from Wheeling or see someone from Morgantown and we just met, it's sick to like.
Yeah, it's cool when you go somewhere and Sweet Caroline comes on at the bar and somebody else does Eat Shit Pit and you're like in Savannah, Georgia, and you're like, oh.
Yeah. And then
You're like that.
and I mean, another cool thing is Take Me Home, Country Roads by.
Yeah, but a lot of people know that song.
Yeah, it's not even about West Virginia, but we adopted it, and now everyone thinks it is, so we'll take it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
It's about, I think he's coming from Kentucky or something.
If somebody's like, I only have 2 days, it's a weekender trip, where would you tell them to go? Like, what city are you telling them to go to in West Virginia?
Selfishly.
But you can pick the weekend, like what season it is or whatever, like if you want them to go to Morgantown for a W.
Yeah.
Or so like what's your trip? What somebody reaches out to you and they're like I need to go to West Virginia for 2 days.
Okay.
Make my trip, plan it.
Can I give you an option for each season?
No, I just want one. The one.
Wheeling.
Okay. What's their Saturday looking like? So they get in a Friday. They get in Friday. It's like 10 o'clock.
You gotta get.
They need dinner.
Okay. 10 o'clock dinner.
They need dinner
On Friday night.
And they just want dinner. They want to go to sleep. They don't really want to do anything Friday night.
Okay.
Maybe they could have a drink with dinner, but they don't really care. They're just hungry. They want to go to sleep. Okay. Where do we start?
They get in Friday night, 10 o'clock. They're tired. They just get to their hotel. They're hungry. They're looking for DoorDash, looking for Uber. They're going to the 19th hole, getting wings and a sandwich.
Okay, that's your recommendation?
Yep, Friday night.
Okay, Saturday we have the whole day.
This is awesome.
What are we doing?
Give me this. What month is it? Changes everything.
Well, it was your choice to pick the month.
Okay, let's say it's September.
Easy on your S's.
It's September.
Okay, it's September.
Yep, waking up, getting a workout in.
Wake me up when September ends.
Waking up, getting a great workout in at the YMCA at 8 a.m.
Brian, they're on vacation.
You asked me to plan out their day.
Okay.
Great workout. 8 a.m. Why? They're done at 9:15. They're back to their hotel by 9:30. They showered. They're with their family. They look up places to eat. They see, wow, Sarah's on Main. Let's go try it. They go to Sarah's. They have an unbelievable breakfast from 10 to 11.
Are they getting their coffee there or somewhere else?
They're getting their coffee there, and they're getting a coffie from table 304 later in the day.
Okay. So they go to Sarah's. They eat. Where are they going next?
They're heading right to the market. Downtown, Center Market. They're walking around seeing all the little shops.
That would have been my recommendation too.
You know what? They might go in there and buy some vintage clothing from our guy Nick. Okay.
Yeah. Nick had outdated threads.
So now it's 2:00. Everything's starting to shut down. They need another.
There's like a cool little bookstore down there too now that we haven't been to yet. Center Market, you can walk through and look through. There's a brewery
down there now. Brewery.
There's a martini bar. There is different shops. There's a lot of really cool antique shops. Like if you're a thrifter, you would love Center Market. But thrifting for like trinkets. If you actually walk through the Center Market building, you can like look through all the artwork they have. They have like local artists artwork and stuff in there. Mine was in there at one point because I won this award like in 5th grade, but it's not for sale anymore.
You win awards all the time. 2:00, another coffee at table 304. They say, wow, this Ogilvy resort looks cool. They go to Ogilvy from 2 to 5. Okay, they just want to walk around, hang out with the animals.
I want to rock right now.
There's probably a festival going on up there. They get some deep fried Oreos. They get some other fun stuff, maybe some candied pecans, sugar all over them. They walk around Ogilvy. Dinner. They come back. They shower at the hotel. It's 6:30. They go to Ellen Jack's for a fat dinner. I'm talking drinks, good food. Now it's about 8:00. They end the night at the Waterfront Hall.
Nice. Okay. So they end their night. They go to sleep Sunday. They are probably going to leave at like 2. What should they do?
This is where we struggle because all of our favorite places are closed on Sunday.
Oh, fuck.
So they're going to wake up. They're going to have a nice
didn't get a pizza, though, from the place at Waterfront.
Right. I forgot to add that. And there's so many things.
Maybe
like
they maybe they had too many drinks.
And they stay a whole nother week.
They had too many drinks, so they got a pizza from the place at Waterfront Hall.
Yes.
With some hot honey on it. And then they went to sleep. Yeah, Sunday, what the F do they... You know what? Sunday, take a little trip to the Highlands.
Yes.
The Highlands, it's a lot of chains, but they're all compacted together. The Target up there is great.
I don't know where local... We need more brunch places. I think Generations does brunch. I think... I think Later Gator does brunch, but I need like a true. I'm so spoiled.
True brunch.
I'm so spoiled from Savannah, dude. That's how I picture brunch.
Yeah.
Like,
we are missing like a serious brunch place. But I think a little morning up at the Highlands would be good, because you could get breakfast somewhere up there, like Bob Evans.
See that? I mean, come on, dude. Are you serious? Like, there's 15 different places when we're in Savannah.
And then you can check out the best Walmart I've ever been to in my life.
Facts, it's literally massive.
It's literally the best
and
Walmart.
It's clean. I don't know how it's clean, but they keep it clean.
I love that Walmart.
I do. People rip Morgantown, but I love Morgantown for like a day and a lot of days throughout the year. Like, I could live there. I love the sports atmosphere. I think their food is getting better.
I don't think I could live in Morgantown, but like, it's where I went to college, so it feels like a college town to me.
The eastern part of the state where Shepherd University is beautiful. I've never been out there in the fall. I've only played there when it's cold out in the early spring for baseball, but it was really pretty out there.
But another cool thing about West Virginia is your quick little drive to Pittsburgh if you want to go up there for a do.
I mean, it's like actually a cheat code being able to just drive up there. So
yeah.
Can we go watch White Lotus?
Absolutely.
I'm itching.
Absolutely.
It was an honor to be your co-host.
Give me your best Coolidge impression.
Wow.
You gotta dig deep in the throat.
4th of July. Oh, damn it. You go first, then I'll go.
God, you look like the 4th of July.
That's so good. That's so good.
Makes me want a hot dog real bad.
Dude, that was like your best one yet. All right. Bye, Cellar Dwellers.
Ryan, we do a Woman of the Week here.
You're my Woman of the Week. You're my woman of every day.
Okay.
You're the woman.
Thanks. This week's Woman of the Week, I'm going to make it Destiny Sidwell. She is most well known for booktuber, but she has an Instagram. She has a TikTok. On her Instagram, she is Destiny Sidwell, or des.sidsert. Okay, put the fucking water bottle down. She has 102,000 followers. On her Instagram, she just posts like cutesy content. But she also has a Bookstagram specific, and that's What's Des Reading. And then on YouTube, she is Destiny Sidwell. Her @ is What's Des Reading, and she has 276 subscribers. And yeah, she posts like weekly vlogs, booktube types of book, or booktube related content, so book recommendations. Like, she just did like her top 24 books of 2024, and yeah, she's just like one of my comfort YouTubers, and she makes a lot of good content, and she talks a bunch about like mental health and bringing awareness to that, and I just think she's a really cool content creator. So shout out Destiny Sidwell. I'm up to date on all your videos. Thank
you, Destiny. Congratulations. You are crushing you're crushing
I saw this TikTok that was like therapy ? Have you ever just tried this? And it's just somebody like playing with their dog's ear.
It's true.
Yeah. But yeah, thanks guys for tuning in. We're going to have like a little bit of a temporary pivot. It's going to be like a lot of guests. Maybe I'll try a solo episode.
Oh, that'd be lit.
I don't know what
I'd like that.
But a lot of guests while Gia grinds.
That dog is grinding.
And
that dog will hunt.
And when she's ready and has time, she'll be back. And she might intermittently join on an episode here and there. But so a little temporary switch up. But stick with us. She'll be back.
Cellar Dwellers, unite!
If anybody really feels like... if anybody feels like they got a story to tell, DM me. I'll let you on.
Yeah.
Q-Dog, do you have anything to say? Okay, he didn't have anything to say. But thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.